Why Baki is the best fighter in anime. What happens when you take raw strength, insane willpower, and martial arts mastery and pack it all into one teenage body? You get Baki Hanma, a beast of a fighter who doesn't just fight for glory. He fights to be the strongest creature on Earth. And trust me, in the world of Baki, that title means everything. Welcome to Bunkai, and today we're diving deep into the world of Baki. Why this wild, bone-crunching, testosterone-fueled series is so damn addictive, and why Baki himself is on a whole different level from every other fighter you've seen in anime. So let's start with the basics. Baki is a long-running manga and anime series created by Keisuke Itagaki, first debuting in the early 90s and still going strong. The series has had multiple adaptations, most recently the Baki and Baki Hanma series on Netflix, which introduced a whole new generation to the madness. At its core, Baki is about fighting. Raw, unfiltered, brutal, hand-to-hand combat. No power systems, no magic. Just muscles, blood, and sheer willpower. The fights aren't just battles. They're showcases of insane anatomy, wild martial arts techniques, and psychological warfare. So who is Baki Hanma? Baki is the son of Yujiro Hanma, aka the Ogre, the strongest creature alive. Yujiro is so powerful, he can take down tanks with his bare hands, cause earthquakes with a punch, and has even defeated military armies solo. Basically, imagine if Goku had a son, but instead of fighting aliens, he was trained to beat his own dad, who might be worse than any villain. Baki's life is centered around becoming strong enough to defeat Yujiro. Not to save the world, not for revenge, but purely to surpass him and earn the right to be called the strongest. From age 13, Baki's life became a non-stop, full-throttle journey of training, fighting, and surviving battles that would kill any normal human being. He trains with beasts, meditates in extreme isolation, pushes his body beyond biological limits, all for the title. Now, let's get into why Baki is the best at what he does. 1. Unbreakable willpower. Baki doesn't quit, ever. He's been beaten, poisoned, tortured, and even starved to the brink of death, but he always bounces back. His mind is as dangerous as his fists. He believes he's the best, and that belief is lethal. 2. Complete martial arts mastery. Baki isn't just strong, he's technically skilled. He's mastered multiple forms of martial arts. Judo, karate, boxing, wrestling, Chinese kenpo, you name it. But he doesn't just use them. He adapts and blends them mid-fight. 3. Adaptability in battle. Every time Baki fights, he evolves. He watches his opponent, learns their rhythm, and breaks them down mentally and physically. Whether it's an underground death match or a prison brawl, Baki comes out smarter, faster, and more dangerous than before. The fighting instinct. Baki has the natural-born killer instinct. He doesn't fight for show. He fights like an animal, calm when needed, ferocious when pushed, and he knows exactly when to flip that switch. 5. Respect for the art. Unlike many fighters, Baki respects the fight. He doesn't kill for fun or dominate to humiliate. He fights to improve, to honor the battle, and to understand his own strength. The reason Baki stands out is not just him, but the world he lives in. This is a universe where death row inmates escape just to feel fear again. A man punches a polar bear to death, barehanded. Another literally pulls out his own muscles to grow stronger. The stakes are insane, the characters are jacked beyond reason, and the fights are both brutal and poetic. But even in this world full of monsters, Baki remains remains at the top. Not because he was born with power, but because he earned it so through sheer obsession and growth. So when people say Baki is just a musclehead show, they're missing the point. It's about mastery of self. It's about what happens when a human refuses to accept limits. Baki Hanma is a character that constantly redefines what the peak looks like. And he does it with style, grit,